Well, good morning, everybody, and we'll begin on this significant day. It's budget day, and we'll be busy. But welcome to everybody, and welcome to those viewing the live streaming. And I will now ask Councillor Hunt to open the meeting, please, with the council prayer.
E te atua, kaha rawa, ko koe te tohu rangatira, te tohu mātauranga. Manaki tia mā mātou, o pononga e tēnei rā, e mahi nei i a mātou mahi, mō te painga o na tangata o te kaunihera o Rotorua. Takua mai kia tau te rangi Māori, ki runga i a mātou i na wā katoa, ko ihu karaiti hoki tō mātou ariki. Ameni.
I'll ask, are there any apologies? I've got one. I could move Councillor Kumar, second. No others. All those in favour, please say aye. Contrary, carried. And are there any declarations of interest? No. Urgent items on the agenda? Appear to be none. We'll move to the confirmation of minutes, page 7 of the council meeting on the 27th of April 2017. Do I have a mover? Thank you, Councillor Kent. Seconded, Councillor Gould. That they're a true and accurate record. All those in favour, please say aye. Contrary? Carried. Recommendations from other committees, that's page 15. Do I have a mover that the report recommendations from other committees be received? Thank you, Councillor Gould. Seconded, Councillor Bentley. All those in favour, please say aye. Contrary? Carried. A mover and a seconder, please, that the following recommendations of the Strategy, Policy and Finance Committee held on the 11th of May 2017. Recommendation 1, the Air Quality Bylaw Review. Do I have a mover? Councillor Donaldson, seconded Councillor Bentley. I don't intend to read 1, 2, 3 and 4. I'm going to put the motion up for discussion. Is there any further discussion? Appears to be none. I'm going to put the motion to the vote. All those in favour, please say aye. Contrary? Carried. And a mover and a seconder, please, for recommendation 2, the Makoia Community Association request for an extension of lease term, that the Makoia Community Association's lease be renewed for a term of 10 years with 2 rights of renewal for 5 years each thereafter. Do I have a mover? Councillor Gould, seconded Councillor Bentley. All those in... Is there any discussion? Appears to be none. All those in favour, please say aye. Contrary? Carried. Now a mover and a seconder that the following recommendation of the Resource Management Act Policy Committee meeting held on the 17th of May 2017 be adopted. Recommendation 1, Plan Change 4 amendments to the Operative District Plan. That Plan Change 4 noise, including the Section 32 report attachment 1, and the track changes of the plan attachment 2 be publicly notified. Do I have a mover? Should be Councillor Hunt, seconded Councillor Kent. Now the motion is open for discussion. Councillor Kent.
Yes, Your Worship. I'd just like to point out a minor error that I've noticed in going through here. Section A11.7.2 under the Section 32 differs from the same section, that's on page 38, differs from the same section that has been amended on page... Oops. Page 69. There's actually 3 more items on page 69 than there actually are in the list on page 38, so that just needs amending.
Your Worship. Yes, if that's a correction that needs to come through, we'll just correct that.
Chair, is there anything that you wish to add to the process?
Just to say that I think I'd like to thank the staff for the very thorough work they've done. We now have, I believe, a whole chapter on noise, and I think because it's such an issue that goes across the whole district, it was difficult for people. They had to search for it. Now, noise is its own issue. It has its own chapter, so we've elevated it to the status of importance that we're making it an important issue because we know it's an important issue for our community. And certainly the committee, Councillor Kent and Gina Mohi from Te Tātou, we had a very good meeting the other day, and I think I'm looking forward to the feedback as it goes out to public consultation, and there may well be some finer points that come through that, but I think we've got a pretty good chapter to put out for that consultation, so thank you.
And that's a first, isn't it, from first paper that's come to council, so that's great to hear that it worked well. And when you see the detail in the report and then take it back to the tracked version, you can see that it was a very comprehensive process. Thank you for that. Is there any other discussion? Well, I'll put the motion to the vote. All those in favour, please say aye. Contrary? Carried. And congratulations. It is great after what we went through in a previous event that we've now got a chapter that will help the public and also I hope the confidence of the public that this is now a new way forward, and I hope we get some submissions. Councillor?
It's not a questioning of the report. I think is very thorough and everything, but I read something where they're going to have a separate one for helicopters or something. Is that correct?
Councillor Hunt or Councillor Kent?
That's been removed because in actual fact it comes under civil aviation, not under the district plan.
Oh.
Other questions for clarification? Are there any comments? It's unusual when it's all straightforward, but any comments from the supporting staff? This is a bit of a first for us with the new Resource Management Committee. Great, thank you.
Just one final comment. We had two noise experts, so we were able to analyse both their ideas and suggestions and compare those and to choose between what we thought most suited our community here. And just a further note on the helicopter, if it's on the ground, it's covered under this. The minute it's
lifts
remotely off the ground, it's covered under civil aviation, yes.
Yes, Councillor.
As you rightly noted, this is the first time there's been a collaborative approach with our two members, and way before me to comment on the technical aspects of this change. But I just wondered, it's the first time we've had the Te Tau representative in such a position, and I just wondered your assessment as chair in terms of that, of the value of that particular input.
I think it's been hugely valued. This is our first rolling review. It is simply one of many in the new way of working together, and it means that we know we have those views canvassed. We got plenty of time to analyse this work prior to our meeting, and so I know that Gina would have worked closely with Te Tātou, and any issues that were specific that weren't covered, she was able to bring up. So I look forward to a really good working relationship going forward, and I think it will only strengthen the plan changes we make as they come up for review.
Ask a question, because we are a bit removed, and I remember the district plan review last term, and it was days and days that we saw you coming as a committee. Did this take a long time? Councillor Kent.
It probably took quite a long time because I asked so many questions. That's about the only reason.
To see that it's working. And that's the confidence as elected members when a paper's brought back. We know that the detail's been poured through.
Whilst we were mirth in terms of that's where the working is done, that's where the questions need to be asked, and I'm delighted you had the opportunity to do that. I congratulate the committee.
Right, and we put the motion to the vote? Yeah, we did. Right, we move now to, to the resolution to go into public excluded, and there's only one item in the confidential section from the previous council meeting for adoption. So if there are no corrections or questions about these, there may be no need to go into public excluded. So if... Thank you. Second. All those in favour, please say aye. Contrary? Carried. Well, goodness. Is that a good thing? Yes.
Just for the information of members and for clarification, just jumping back to page 15 and the air quality control bylaw review, the two reports referred to in page 3 and 4, can we just have clarification on who will be providing those and have they been requested?
Through your worship, thank you very much. That's a good question. I've just spoke with Rosemary this morning, who had come along with the regional council to present the draft bylaw. I just confirmed with her that the regional council has tasked their staff to prepare those reports so that they are available before your deliberations, so as requested.
Questions for clarification? Councillor Gould.
Chair, I'd just like to point out that the air quality control, there was two adverts in yesterday's Rotorua review from the Bay of Plenty Regional Council, one on the spot old wood burner for a cleaning heater, and just page there and a page there. So there has been publicity in the last week about it.
As having been involved in its production, I think the emphasis needs to go out, and I appreciate what Councillor Gould's pointing out, but this bylaw is going out for a special consultative procedure, and the community of Rotorua does have the opportunity to have some input, because already I've had some feedback regarding people who are still burning open fires even though they've been banned, and they're all at a loose end, so I put them on, referred them to EBOT for to come clean in terms of having an open fire and what options they've got open for them. A lot of them are in the lower socioeconomic group and can't afford to convert, so I've said have those discussions with EBOP and see what happens. So they're going to come back to me with what results from that dialogue. So thank you.
Sorry, I did, while I said there's no need to go into confidential, I did just want to follow up on the action point that I asked for in the last meeting, and if we could just get a separate update from the Chief Executive, because I was under the assumption that would come at this meeting. So just if we could please get a separate update on that action point requested. Yeah, thank you.
Further business, and I declare the meeting closed.
I think we're going to